Raptor fans, and 76ers fans. Because I know there's going to be some of you guys here, some of you guys, there's going to be a lot of Sixer fans rolling into the channel right now. First off, welcome to the page. Second of all, congratulations on kind of exercising the demon of Kawhi. And that's no sarcasm, honestly, because think about it, Raptor fans. We've seen a lot of these happen against the Toronto Raptors, and seeing that go in for Kawhi Leonard, I can't even imagine what it would be for Philly fans. And tonight, the guy that Kawhi shot over to win that series, Joel Embiid, ices this one in overtime with the three-point shot within the dying seconds of OT off the inbound play to push the Raptors to the brink of elimination, down 0-3. 104-101 was the final in the game. And I'd be lying to you guys if I said it wasn't painful to talk about this game. Words are going to be hard to come by in this video. But I'm going to start because I wrote a bunch of things down. I didn't write actual stats. I usually do, but they don't mean squat at this point. I got to talk about Joel Embiid first. Because the Raptors did an incredible job in the first half containing him. 2 of 5 from the field, 5 points. The man ended with 33 and was 12 of 20 from the field. If that ain't MVP level, I don't know what is. He should be the MVP in this season. There's no doubt. If he doesn't get it, I think he's robbed of it, honestly. As much as I hate him as a Raptor fan, and come on, as much as I don't like him at all as a Raptor fan, because I'm a Raptor fan, and why would I supposed to like a guy you're playing in round 1 that gets a lot of free throws and freaks out a lot, and I get it. You got to respect greatness. And in the big moments, who shines? Joel Embiid did today. It sucks. It really does. Now let me get back to the Raptors before I end off with some Philly takes. Pascal and Fred weren't great today. I'm gonna be straight up with it. Fred VanVleet, he was making some shots late, which is really good, and that's when Fred VanVleet usually gets hot. But the 1 of 7 from the field and the 1 of 5 from 3 at halftime, when your team was playing really well and building up a lead and really putting it to the 76ers early in the game, Fred was missing shots. And that's when you want all hands on deck and lay a beat down early and let them not come back. Because what did Philly do in the first 2 games of this series? They laid a beat down early on of the Raptors. And every time the Raptors had a run, you were down by 20 plus at the time, so you had to go on a massive run. They had a 15-0 run in game 2. The problem was you were down by 25 or 24, whatever it was, or 23 when you made that run. And they ended up weathering the storm and punching back. The Raptors, though, they weathered the storm of Philly, but they never punched back. And for Philly, they just outlasted the Toronto Raptors today. It's pretty obvious. And for Fred, you wanted him to shoot well in that early goings of that game. Put them up by 20, put them up by 25, put it out of reach for Philly, and cruise the rest of the way. That didn't happen. And credit Philly for hanging in there and then fighting back, right? On the road, you're not getting the calls early on. The defense and the fans are fired up, right? Everything's going the Raptors' way, making shots, getting stops, getting in transition, turning the ball over, all that stuff. The Raptors' type of play was happening in the early goings, but Philly didn't panic, and they punched back in that second half. And Pascal Siakam, I honestly didn't think he played very well at all. Now, I'm not saying he's the reason the Raptors lost today, but I don't think he was very good. I think I don't even know what his percentages were. I didn't even look it up. But just from the eye test, I felt like a lot of turnovers, a lot of late shot clock just dribbling outside. Turnovers. I saw one play where he was going for a rebound and just demolished James Harden, and I'm like, where's the sense of composure? I mean, I didn't really like his game tonight, and that's the thing about the playoffs. Your best players have to be your best players. And why did the Raptors win Game 7 against Philly back in those days? Kawhi was the best player in the series, and he ended it in that series. He was the best player in the best moment of that series. Joel Embiid, the best player in the series, was in the biggest moment, and he made it. Pascal and Fred did not today. And it stinks. It really does. Another problem And Raptor fans, if you've been watching my videos all season long, first off, thank you. Second of all, you all know I've been pulling my hair out all year long about free throws and freebies. Just make your freebies, especially against a team like Philly who, you weren't getting to the free throw line even half the amount of them in the first couple games. So you got to make your free throws when you get there. Pressure Tua misses both of the free throw line late in the game to keep it at 95-95 to get it to overtime. He makes those 2 shots. You might win that game. OG Anunoby in overtime makes 1 of 2. Yeah, obviously with the Embiid 3, you've only been a 104-102 game, but it might have changed things being up by 1 instead of a tied game at 101. But you don't make those shots, and you give a good team in Philly extra opportunities. And they're going to kill you for it, and they did. It was funny. It wasn't funny at all. I'm sitting in the game watching with my mom, and, I was telling her, missing these free throws, the basketball gods are telling you you're going to lose this game. And I hate to say it. And then Embiid hits the shot. It wasn't meant to happen because you were not making your free throws. And yeah, for the most part of the game, they were. But I think they missed 6. They were 12 of 18. You can't expect to win a game in the playoffs without making your free throws. You just can't. Now, I'm going to wrap it up with some Philly stuff because they played great. That's all there is to it. Like I said, I already talked about Joel Embiid and him dropping 33. But coming into the series, we were all scared of James Harden, right? Contain Embiid, contain Harden, you'll find a way to win this series, no problem. You're not worried about Tobias Harris, he's been terrible this year, blah, 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 Danny Green, blah, 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 Tyrese Maxey, this and this. I think if you watched my round 1 preview, I was damn near scared of Tyrese Maxey. I was flipping scared because I saw what he did in that last game against the Raptors. Even though the Raptors won that game at home, that man single-handedly kept them in that basketball game. So I was very scared. And in game 1 and game 2, you could arguably say he was the game changer in those 2 games. Look, everybody else, Embiid was great. Other guys were making shots. But Tyrese Maxey was the guy in the first 2 games. And Tobias Harris was just making shots. I can't remember if he had 20 tonight, but I think he had 20 in both games in Philly. He made it happen. The supporting cast got it done for Philly today. And got it done all series long so far. Obviously, it's not over yet. You're down 3-0. I get it. But their supporting cast got it done. The Raptors did not. They did not get their freebies. And they lose 104-101 on overtime. It's plain and simple, guys. You don't make your free throws. Against a great team like Philly, you're going to lose. And it happened. Now, obviously, we know Raptor fans. I'm going to wrap it up with this. I'm going to wrap it up with some positivity. Going into this year, it was a developmental season for the Toronto Raptors, right? Going into, we had no aspirations of coming in 5th in the Eastern Conference. Not a chance in the world. Everyone was picking us up 36 wins and be under 500 this year. Yet the Raptors had 48 wins and were in the 5th seed, possibly the Rookie of the Year in Scotty Barnes. You had Precious Achiuwa breaking out. You had Pascal find his form again. Fred VanVleet in the early goings was great, but then he started to deal with the knee issue, and then he started to really struggle, which could have been a big factor of why he hasn't been great lately, and I think it is a big factor of it. We'll see what happens throughout the offseason. Obviously, we're not done yet. I get it, but down 3-0, Raptor fans. Let's be realistic about it. And the emergence of Gary Trent Jr., averaging 18 a game. Yeah, he's come and gone, and in percentages and whatnot. But tonight he was great. 24 in the game. OG had 26 in the game, and he hasn't been healthy for quite a bit of the season. He was great tonight. Obviously missing the free throw. Precious had 20 in the game. He was electric, but missed free throws. It sucks. It really does. But the developmental part for the Toronto Raptors, as I mentioned, you got to walk before you can run for the Toronto Raptors, right? And for this team, seeing Scotty get 1 game, maybe 2 if he plays game 4, which I would be shocked if he goes out there for game 4. Considering you're down 3-0 and, that's an ankle sprain. And I don't want anything to get worse for him. Right? And seeing the development of Gary Trent Jr. and seeing him get some playoff time. Because these guys have now learned the playoffs are a different beast. They really are. They came to play tonight. Just wasn't good enough. And that's okay. In a team that's very developmental, it's tough. It's tough to watch development. But at least you're developing in the playoffs than watching a team like the New York Knicks or the Detroit Pistons and teams like that win 15 games in a season. Obviously, that's a little bit of exaggeration, but I'd much rather see our guys develop like this. And we all know Scottie Barnes, and even Philly fans were saying Scottie Barnes is a freak. He is insane. He is going to be amazing. And Raptor fans, we got him. So, as much as this game sucks and it's a heartbreaking finish, try and find a positive. Try and think about Scottie Barnes. Go watch some Scottie Barnes highlights this season and go to sleep with a smile on your face. Because it's tough to after a game like this. And Philly fans, I'm going to wrap it up with this. Enjoy the win. It's a great game. You're on the right side of a big-time shot in a playoff series. Enjoy it. And for Raptor fans, got to find a way to move on and get back at it at game 4. I think it's 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon at Scotiabank Arena. We'll see if these guys have much fight in them. If they go out there and they get a W, then I love this team even more. Down 3-0, you go out there and fight, you scrap and claw and get a win on home court to force game 5. I mean, you'd love to see it. But we'll have to wait and see, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you're a Raptor fan and you didn't enjoy the finish today, but you liked the game overall, smack that like button. Do appreciate that. The subscribe button, you guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game for the Toronto Raptors? And Twitter link is down below, so follow, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow there. If you guys have not done so already, and I will talk to you guys. Okay, Leafs edition. When is that next? Tomorrow, right? Yes. 8 o'clock? Why is it 8 o'clock? Where are they? I don't know. Philly? No. 8 o'clock tomorrow somewhere the Leafs are playing. All right, Tampa. They're in Tampa taking on the Lightning. 8 o'clock down there at Amalie Arena. Raptor fans know that very well. And for the Toronto Blue Jays, they play the finale of the series against the Boston Red Sox tomorrow afternoon, 1:35 first pitch. Tanner Houck gets the ball for the Red Sox, and Gosman gets the ball for the Jays. However, I'll talk to you guys right after this because the Jays won tonight 6-1 over the Red Sox. I'll talk to you guys post-game then. And as for the Toronto Raptors, no matter what happens, I will be here talking to you guys in Game 4 between the Raptors and the Sixers. See if we're talking about pushing this team to a Game 5 or if we're talking about the season coming to a close for the Toronto Raptors. All right, so you know what, guys? Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll talk to you guys then.